Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and yes, we're going to do a second breakfast chat today. And today, I'm going to bash on the entire fitness industry in general. All right, this is something I have noticed, a trend I've noticed over the years. Uh, Again, since I've been in this industry, of course, I've been on YouTube since 2012, so I've been doing this 9 years. Been around the industry, obviously, a couple of decades. What the people in this industry love to do is to create problems for you, right? Whether they tell you there's a problem that you don't know about, or they physically create the problem with bad advice, and then they sell you the solutions to the problem to make money. And I'll give you guys one of the most perfect ones, and this is one we see repeatedly. All right, how many people out there put out programs and give you workouts, right? You do this workout, you look like me. This is how I got the results. Never mind that that's not how they got the results. They may not even do that program, and then they obviously, if they're in this industry, they're using multiple special supplements, right? They're not using stuff you're getting over the counter legally. It's not how it works. So they give you these programs and workouts. They are usually poorly written. They usually have really bad fatigue management, right? Really bad fatigue management, right? Therefore, they're hard to recover from. I mean, lots of examples. How about, let's do 6-day-a-week push-pull legs or 6-day-a-week upper lower. That's insane. For anybody not blasting copious amounts of stuff, that's stupid. Well, let's get that out of the way. And probably doing way too much volume on top of it. They give you workouts like this. What happens? Well, you start finding it hard to recover, so then what do? I'm going to sell you this post-workout recovery drink. Right? It's one you could probably mix up yourself for half the price they sell it for, if you really wanted to. You know, all this combinations thing. Again, some of the stuff will actually hurt your gains. How many of them you see were like, oh yeah, of course we've got all this dextrose to spike your insulin, as if you could even spike your insulin if you're highly trained. People who lift weights really hard can't spike their insulin levels with food. By the way, just in case you were not aware, you can't do it. Not how trained athletes' bodies work. You can't do it with food. You can do it, but not with food. You can do it with actual insulin, which the guy selling it might be doing. And they'll have protein and stuff in there, which these are all good. That's fine. Fast absorbing protein, glucose powders, glucose-based powders, things like, okay, sure, that can actually help replenish glycogen and everything. Not that it needs to be fast acting. If you're only training once a day, it doesn't matter. Anabolic window doesn't actually matter for people who only lift once a day, particularly if they're not training fasted. But then they'll throw stupid stuff like vitamin C in there, which we know blunts training response if you take powdered vitamin C or vitamin E right after you train. There's data showing it blunts training response. So they're not hurting you. But I digress. Maybe have some creatine in there. Good idea. But they'll give you this post-workout recovery drink that they charge twice what it's worth, or if you just make it yourself. Then you're still not recovering. You have all this bad fatigue management. Then what do they have? I have a pre-workout for you. Well, the studies on pre-workouts show that on properly written programs, they don't help. And I'm not saying you don't feel anything, okay? They get you high, basically. That's what they do. They give you a buzz. But the data shows that on properly structured programs written by good coaches, people who take pre-workouts don't make any faster progress than those who don't. Zero, nothing. People say, but I'm not trying to take it to make progress. You're not taking it to make progress, really. You're taking a workout supplement, not expecting it to help you get any better results. Well, if you're doing that, you're just stupid. You're stupid and you like to throw away money. That doesn't even make any sense. You know, I've heard people argue that, well, but it gives me more energy. Okay, but if that energy doesn't translate into more muscle or strength, what's the point? In other words, they're worthless. They're worthless on the back end of it. And actually, if anything, they may even hurt progress because it's causing you to train harder because you have reduced recovery and bad work capacity and fatigue management. So you're going to take something so you can technically train slightly harder now, but you're not recovering already. And it doesn't help you recover any. But they're going to sell you this solution too. Now they're selling you a second solution to the problem that they created with a bad workout. With piss poor, terrible programming. They're going to sell you the solution. Great. So now you're taking their pre-workout. You're taking their post-workout. Now it's harder for you to sleep, on top of the fact that you aren't recovering still from any of it correctly because the programming is bad and the fatigue management's bad. Now they're giving you something with stims in it that's making it then harder for you to wind down later, elevating your cortisol even for longer, making it even harder for you to sleep when you already are not recovering. So winding you up on stims. But we have the solution. Now we're going to sell you a sleep aid. And we're not just going to sell you the cheap one you can go buy, just buy melatonin at the store or off Amazon. All right, we're going to sell you this whole combination of sleep aids that cost 3 times melatonin would cost you, maybe 4 times. So now at this point, this person has created a problem for you that he gave you the problem for free. Now he's selling you over $100 a month worth of solutions to the problem that they created. It wouldn't exist had you just gotten on a better written program. That's the fitness industry in a nutshell. And we could make the same claim about them, telling you need to be ripped all the time, right? Pushing you to get to unhealthy levels of body fat. And then they'll do this whole same process for that too, right? That is the fitness industry in a nutshell. And all of that is a big con. It's a con. They created the problem by giving you really, really, really bad information on the front end so that they can sell you 3 different products, because some of those products you need to offset the problems the other products create, because each new product that they sell you might create a new problem. And they can just keep selling you more and more stuff. They can keep selling you more stuff. Right? Then people wonder why I get in fights with this industry. People wonder why when I call people out on this, they don't like me. They'll start further hate campaigns. But this is why I don't like this industry. This is bad ethics. Bad ethics. And in the worst case, some of them are just too stupid to know any better. A lot of times I say it's intentional, but in many cases, the people giving you advice are just that incompetent. And I don't know which of the two is worse, to be honest. Whether it's planned, in which case they could at least give you good advice later to fix it, or if they're just that incompetent and that stupid with giving you the bad advice on the first place, and they use all these products to help with their own problems because they're too stupid to know any better. I'm going to say in the industry it's about a 50-50 mix of those two. And I don't know which one is worse, planned balance or sheer incompetence. But about 80% of this industry falls into one of those two categories. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.